After I saw the Hacksmith Smith Blade Pro M390 whatever blade EDC everyday carry thing, I started watching random videos of random everyday carry tools, and then I came along this, which it's most likely going to be a very useful tool for me because I don't like carrying my regular screwdriver sets around with me everywhere, but this seems very small and compact. You can see the size of my hand, like two of these I can already like fit in my whole hand, the whole box. So let's go ahead and take a look. It's normally $20. I saw a video saying 30% off or something, which makes it what, like 14 bucks. And then I went on Amazon and I saw it, they were having it for $14. So I figured let's go ahead and order all three, see what I think of the different colors, if I like one more than the other. So yeah, let's find out, okay? These are all pretty much the same thing. This is the HOTO, H-O-T-O, 24-in-1 precision screwdriver. So there's gray, this one is green, and then there's red. Although on the thing it said blue, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to try and open these carefully because I don't want to like just cut the adhesive. So maybe I'll pause the video so I can just peel these open. Alright, because we'll see. I don't know. I might end up keeping all three if I like them a lot. Although I did find a cheaper version, which was, what do you call? The price of that, I think it was $10. So if that one is nicer, then I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. Okay, so I mean I peeled this off, but it's not seeming like the thing is easy to pop out. Let's try with my thin little pry tool if I can. Okay, there we go. And it says make it happen. All right, I'm assuming they're all gonna say the same. Then you have this little tab here that you can grab to pull the whole box out. It's open on the other side, so make sure you don't drop the thing. And here's the HOTO precision screwdriver, make it happen. That's what it says. They forgot the SH in front. Alright, anyways, you can see here it has different languages. So here's the overview and all that. I'm just gonna like have this in the video. Obviously, if you don't care about it, you can just fast forward through. And then it looks like these are just different languages. Is it just the same thing but different languages? It is. Okay, it's just the same thing but different languages. So the first 4 little pages is pretty much everything there. There's a QR code. Okay, let me see any important stuff here. The important thing is, okay. So maximum torque 2 Nm or 17.7 pound-inch. Net weight approximately 60 grams or 0.13 pounds. Dimensions 120 by 16.6 by 16.6 millimeter. 4.72 by 0.65 by 0.65 inches. And then model of bit C4, length 30 millimeter, C4L 1.8 inch, double heads. So there's T2, T3, T4, T5H, T6H, T8H, T9H, T10H, H1.5, H2.0, H2.5, PH 000, PH 00, PH 0, PH 1, SL 1.5, SL 2.0, P2, P5, TW1, U 2.6, Y 0.6, W 1.5, and this triangle thing 2.3. Alright, so these bits will pretty much do like 99% of what I do for computer repairs, so that's why I thought this was nice. Oh, it feels nice, pretty heavy duty. The texture, we'll see how it holds up to the cheap one, because the cheap one, so this one was a little bit more expensive. The cheap one has kind of some grip like this, but I don't think it has a texture like from the shape. So we'll see what holds up better. When I get the cheap one, I'm going to put them both together and just like twist like this and see which fingers slip easier. So this is designed by HOTO. 24-in-1 precision screwdriver, batch 001. Oh, so this is like their first batch. So it pulls the thing like this, comes out very nicely. You can see the magnet inside there, okay, and inside there. All right, and these are the bits. So this is how they store it. You can see all the different kinds of bits here. All right, it's very nice, organized. and then you can put them in order of whatever you want, so it's easier. I actually like that it's double-sided like this, because you can push like this. It takes less space, and you can push like this to get the bits out on either side. So whichever bit you want, like let's say you want the T3, you push down on this side, it lifts up, you can grab it out, and you can immediately put that into there. And it's a little bit wobbly in the screwdriver head, but it's to be expected because it doesn't have the thickness all the way down the entire screwdriver bit. The one thing I'm a little bit worried is these small bits, if you're pushing down a lot, it's gonna like poke into the magnet there. So don't try and use too much downward force if you have like a very small bit at the end, because you can possibly break this off or damage the magnet inside. Okay, so this looks pretty good. And then when you have this in here, all right, it spins around nicely. So you can use it by keeping it in your hand, and then you can twist your fingers like this. So you can apply downward force as you twist it. All right, so there's not really much to show here. Maybe I'll unscrew like a screw or two on an iPhone that I'm working on. But yeah, and then this whole thing, it holds in also with a magnet. So this, it just attaches to the magnet that's in there. And if you notice in here, this is removable. This looks to be, do they give you the tool to take that out? Probably not. Let's see. That one is, yeah, no, because these are all Torx, but the one that's on here is like a Allen or a hex. So to get that out, you need a hex or Allen tool, which, let me see if this, no, I don't think this one has that bit. No, you need a much smaller bit. So you need a very small bit to take that out. This is probably like a 3 or 4, no, yeah, maybe like a 3 or 4 millimeter Allen wrench. Anyways, I'm not going to take that out, but it looks like if you wanted to separate this piece, you can separate it and then have this piece removed. So there we go. I'm going to open the other boxes just so you can see the other colors, but there's not really much else to show here. It's just a screwdriver and it works well. Oh, let me compare it to the size of like the iFixit screwdriver size. So that's super tiny. You see that? Like if you compare the back, it's almost the same size. Like actually it might be exactly the same size. So that's pretty crazy. So this screwdriver, I mean, it's smaller in the middle, which means actually you get less torque. The bigger this is where you're spinning it, you have more torque here. So actually I can do the test right now with this bit, right? I can test, let's see, will this reach in here? Okay, so I can test here and see which gives more grip. Honestly, this gives more grip. You see, like if I'm twisting this, it's twisting this out of my hand. You see that? If I twist this, I can't even twist this hard enough to twist this one. So you get more torque from this than this design. Again, this is smaller, so it makes sense. You get less torque. Comfort-wise, I don't know. I don't know which one's more comfortable. It seems fine this way. So maybe I don't know if they shrink it like this to save on material, or if it's supposed to be more ergonomic, or so they can fit a little more bits around the side, because if you look at the case on here, you can't fit more bits. Also, I didn't put the original bits in there, so if you're wondering why they're gray, I switched them out to a different thing that I carry with me every day. So yeah, there's that. So this is very nice design, honestly. Okay, and this is nice and light. I'm pretty sure I can just leave this in my pocket. I have like cargo shorts that I wear all the time. So this will fit nicely in my pocket. I can carry it everywhere. Again, I'm going to open up these two just so you can see the colors. So I'll do that and I'll be back. All right, so here you can see the 3 colors side by side. Honestly, I wish the red was like a darker, deeper, vibrant red. I don't have any other known red item to compare to, but you can see this red is like a deeper red, and even that's not deep enough. I wish it was like a darker red. This is like almost orangey. I mean, it's red mixed with like a aluminum color, so it's like lighter red. I like a deeper, darker red. So honestly, I think the gray looks the nicest for me. So if I were to buy more, I would probably buy more, but of the gray one. But everybody has different taste preferences. I thought this was going to be more blue. I don't know how it's coming up in the camera, but it's a green, almost a little bit bluish green, but it's more green than it is blue. So yeah, it almost reminds me of like Christmassy colors, green and red. So yeah, I think for me, the gray. Also on the back of the packaging, it has this little strip here that tells you what color. So you can see this one's like green, and then they have the red, which it's almost like an orangey red. So yeah, personally, I think for me, I'm gonna stick with the gray one. The other two I'll return. I'll probably still keep this one, even if the other one is better, but we'll see. Because, well, actually, no, not if the other one's better. If the other one works decently well, I'm for sure still going to keep this, even though this was $4 more. The other one was $10, this was $14. So, yeah. Anyways, those are the different color options. It's going to be exactly the same inside. Other than that, yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys out with deciding on some nice tools to carry around. If you do like to do computer electronics repairs, or if you do computer electronics repairs for a living, this is a very nice thing to have always on hand. So that way, if you're like traveling or something, you don't really bring your tools with you, but then someone's like, hey, can you help me with this? This will be very handy. It would be cool if they had a little extra room in here that I can drop in some SD cards or something. Then I can carry micro SD cards. Then I can carry around some micro SD card readers. Like a USB micro SD card reader, and I can use that to store all my like Windows installation media and stuff, and then I have it all on one thing. That would be very nice. The other alternative is I currently have like one of these little guys. I can probably find a different one that works better, but USB with a USB-C on it, right? I can do like a multi-boot thing with that, and then have this on like a keychain or something and carry that around with me. Then that would also be nice because I can carry like multiple OSs and stuff, and I don't have to worry about carrying other things around with me. So yeah, there's lots of like little tools out there that I'm finding that will help me with my job and being able to have tools always on hand. So very nice. Anyways, hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, I'll make a video on the other one when it arrives. It's going to take a while, a few days from now. But I'll make a video on that one. It's a cheaper version. I have a feeling it's going to be about the same size, but then instead of this shape, it has the textured grip. The rest of it's like a round tube. So I have a feeling this is going to provide better grip because of the shape, but we'll see. All right, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. My bad. I forgot to show it in use a little bit. So anyways, we're using the Tri-Wing or Y bit, and you can see it actually works really well. It's pretty comfortable. All right, and the tip is this. Oh, this is one of those bits that aren't magnetic or something. It's gonna be annoying. Oh, it's lifting the bottom. This isn't the screwdriver's fault, it's Apple's design fault. So it lifted the whole thing out. So the thing that holds the screw is actually broken there. Alright, anyways, customer was trying to fix stuff themselves and they tore this cable. So but yeah, it works well. Alright, I do need to now take out or disconnect the battery. Works pretty well. And then the little tapered bit here, it works well as well. So you saw how I had to get around the cable. It could be a little bit more tapered. I like how they have longer bits, but that's not an option with this because it's meant to be compact, right? So if they make the bits too long, then it will also be an issue. So actually, let me compare it to a regular bit, right? So this is how much, you can see how much it sticks out. And if I switch to a regular bit here, I think it actually, okay, how far is this? From the tip to a little bit past that screw. Let's see if I put this one back in there. It might be slightly longer, to be honest. Let's see. Just a bit over the black square there. Yeah, it's longer. What about if I use this? Let's see if I use this screwdriver. So if I do that, then it's going there. And if I use this bit, it's longer. So that's nice. It has a little bit of extra reach compared to something like one of these. The only thing is the design of this piece, it's more narrow. So if you're trying to get in a tight space that can fit this in there, you'd have more reach because this one, it tapers outwards. And then as you get closer, it gets wider and wider. So that might make it to where you can't reach. I'm not sure why they designed it specifically like that. I don't think there's anything here. Maybe it's just because it looks nicer than just making a straight tube and then having it flat cut off right there. But yeah, the design actually, the bit, it gives it a little bit extra reach of the bit itself. So if you have a hole, like some laptops I have, the screw hole is like just enough to fit this, the diameter of this. And sometimes the bit needs to be a little longer to reach. So this design might actually help with that. So pretty nice, because most of the time the screw holes won't be able to fit this or this. So this might actually help with those where I can just barely reach the screw. So yeah, nice design overall. Okay, anyways, we gotta get this last one out. Hopefully when they tore this cable, it didn't short something inside because the battery is still connected. All right, so they have no choice now because they tore that cable off. All right, why is this thing not coming out? There we go. All right, and then we gotta disconnect the battery here. This isn't meant to be a whole disassembly video. I just kind of wanted to show the screwdriver and talk about it a little. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you see this is actually a pretty nice design. Compact and everything. Again, it is a little bit wobbly, the bit, because it's not like solid. And again, be careful not to push down too hard while unscrewing stuff because it is a sharp point on the other side pushing into the magnet back there. So yeah, not really much else to show there. Hopefully, again, this video helped you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, bye.